Live from Orlando at CCA Florida headquarters, it's the 2020 edition of Star Search with your host, Captain Lisa Fitzgerald, and Star's right-hand girl, skipper Amanda Kirpin. Tonight, enjoy special guests, live interviews, tips and tricks on how you can succeed in Star, and chances to win special prizes. Now, here's your host, Captain Lisa.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Star Search. Each Wednesday, we'll be bringing you new information about the upcoming CCA Florida Star competition presented by Yamaha. Tonight, we're talking about the Youth Scholarship Division presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and all the cool ways that we can get our kids involved in fishing and conservation. But first, let me introduce my co-host, CCA's Regional Director in the Panhandle, Amanda Kirpin.
Thank you, Lisa. Good evening, everyone. We asked you last week to send us your videos and written testimonials about your STAR experience. And we are going to kick it off tonight by sharing one of these testimonial videos. Here's Valerie.
Hi, my name is Valerie Wright. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I'm 17 years old. I am one of the winners of the $25,000 scholarship, and I was so shocked that I won. I could not believe it. I'm so grateful for the opportunity that CCA and Academy Sports has given me. Joining this tournament has made me realize how fun and amazing fishing really is. It has given me experiences and lifetime memories with my dad that I will never forget. We spent hours and hours together, and that would have never been possible if it wasn't for this tournament. I never was really that serious into fishing until I started this STAR tournament. I used to fish like a couple times over the month, and we started fishing every single day over the summer. It was a hard adjustment, but I'm super glad that we decided to do it. And because of this scholarship, I have gained more opportunities and freedoms for pursuing my educational goals. And without CCA and Academy Sports, this would have never been possible. So my family and I would like to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for giving us this amazing opportunity. And we really do appreciate everything you guys do for us. I'm so grateful and so blessed, and best of luck for all of you guys fishing in the tournament this year. Bye.
Well, special thank you to Valerie for sending that in and sharing that with us. We hope this gets you excited about not only fishing in Florida's largest fishing competition, but going fishing with your kids, your family, and your friends. Now, next, we got a STAR story today from Laura Barron. It was a written testimonial, so I'm going to read it real quick. She says her husband, Scott, their personal guide, were both delivered by the same doctor at a hospital in Clearwater in the 70s, and both of their daughters were born there too. They grew up fishing and on the beach, and the girls got the best of both worlds. Being in nature, on the boat, and anything to do with water, recreation, and sport is our livelihood. We literally only vacation in the Florida Gulf Coast from Steinhatchee to the Keys, except when they go to the East Coast for Willow to surf. Being in nature on the boat, I already said that. We fished STAR since the inaugural year and CCA, and the STAR tournament has just enhanced our love of nature and fishing. It has taken what we would already be doing and loving and added prizes, and it's a format that works for their lifestyle. Their year-by-year winnings are a $5,000 scholarship, 5th place in the ladies division, 1st place in the ladies division, and 1st place in the trash division, which she said is by far their most rewarding win. They go on to say and ask if they're the most winningest family in the tournament so far, and they also think that this year is Scott's year to win a prize. So thank you for your written testimonial, and we love to see the passion in these stories, and we want to hear from you. So send us your videos, your photos, or a written testimonial to info@ccaflorida.org. And Lisa, you know this, if we use their testimonial in our STAR Search episodes, we're going to send them a STAR prize pack. I know, Lisa, you probably have some Pat's ready to give away too.
I do. Yeah. I thank you.
Now remember, this is a live stream, which means we want it to be interactive, and we want to hear from you. So like, comment, and share on this Facebook Live post, and you will be entered to win special prizes tonight. We'll draw the winners at the end of our live broadcast.
Well, Amanda, yes, Laura Barron, Scott, and Willow and their family are a winning family, but there are a lot of families who have participated a lot and have won a lot. So, Scott, you better catch that tagged redfish so you can catch up to some of the other families. And so each Wednesday at 8 p.m., we'll bring you new information about the events and the different divisions within the STAR competition presented by Yamaha. But I want to thank all of our sponsors, because STAR would not be possible without the wonderful partners that we have. And you see some of them here on the screen tonight. If you need something for your boat, if you need a new boat, and electronics, anything, a little Papa's Pilar or Devil's River whiskey, a new kayak, all of these different things, please support the sponsors and the partners of CCA Florida Star. And remember, the competition begins July 1st and runs through October the 4th. It is a catch photo competition, so we don't require you to kill any fish in order to participate in the competition. There are nearly 100 days of fishing and close to $500,000 in prizes. Our signature division is the iHeartRadio tagged redfish, and we're going to give away this year brand new Contender, Pathfinder, Hughes Redfisher, or Carolina Skiff. But remember, again, any fish that you catch, you can enter in the competition and have your shot at winning some terrific prizes. There's a total of 17 divisions, and it's not the biggest fish that wins. We do a random drawing in most divisions, so you have an opportunity to win, whether you're a super skilled angler or a pro, or right on down to that first time you pick up a fishing rod. It's easy to enter. You take a photograph on the official West Marine measuring device, which you can pick up on June the 19th. You're going to submit it through the Star smartphone app. Hopefully you downloaded that as of the 1st of June. You'll enter those photos. Remember, the tag is orange, as is the border of the measuring device, so you'll know you have the right 2020 West Marine official measuring device. Anything I left out, Amanda, can you think?
Don't forget, everyone, if you register before the tournament begins, you will automatically be entered into the Ingle Freebie Friday drawing each week. So if you register now, you're going to be in the drawing for this week, next week, and all the weeks leading up to the start of the competition on July 1st. Registering is easy. All you have to do is go to ccaflstar.com to register, and you'll be entered to win even before the competition begins. We will also have a Q&A segment at the end of this live broadcast. So if you do have any questions for us, type them into the comment section on Facebook, and we'll do our very best to answer all of your questions by the end of the show. Now, this week we are discussing the Youth Scholarship Division, and I so wish I had this opportunity when I was growing up. I mean, come on, fishing for a chance at scholarships. It really doesn't get any better than that. And Lisa, you know that I've gotten quite a few college scholarships, but they were for $1,000, $500, $1,000. It adds up. I'm completely grateful for that. But I mean, this is amazing that the prizes start at $5,000 and go all the way up to $25,000. Lisa, can you give us an overview of this division and how these kids can walk away with that scholarship money?
Well, I did just see a comment up there from the Ellers, and the Ellers boys kind of racked up some of the scholarships. And so, yes, we have, as you can see, all of her boys won 2 of the $5,000 scholarships, and their oldest has won 3 of the $5,000 scholarships. In our division, you can only win a total of $25,000. So every year, a youth angler can win an additional $5,000 scholarship. So we have a total of 2 $25,000 scholarships and 10 $5,000 scholarships. scholarships from Plantation, Southeast Environmental Solution, Flagler Sport Fishing, Talk of the Town Restaurant, Bells, Florida Sportsman Live, Florida Sports Coast, Tail and Toads, and the Jacksonville Offshore Sport Fishing Club, as well as Barnes and Thornburg, who have all participated as partners in our youth scholarship division. Now remember, you must be a new Tide member, ages 6 to 17, and the membership is only $10. But with that membership, you get free entry into STAR. The eligible species in the competition, it's really easy. It is a redfish, trout, snook, sheep's head, ladyfish, jack, grouper, kingfish, or dolphin. And this year we added snapper. So if you're out there fishing every day that your child is on the water and they catch one of those species, they can submit it into the competition for their opportunity and their shot at one of the scholarships, either one of the two $25,000 scholarships or one of the 10 $5,000 scholarships.
And Lisa, you can't say this enough. The entry fee for a youth angler is just $10 to become a CCA New Tide member, and that's the youth membership for CCA. And then they get to fish this for free, right?
That's correct. You know, we have one gentleman, Ronald Kersey, and anytime I see Ronald is always handing me either $10, $50, $100, and he's saying, the next few kids that come up, please register them for me. And that's such a great way. He'll see me at a tournament and he'll sign up kids. And so if you want to do something really great, not only for your children, but friends of, you know, your friends and different kids, get them signed up. It's a great way for them to win scholarships. There are not many scholarships at $5,000 or $25,000 in one pot.
Well, what a great lot of information that you just gave, and we will get even more into it. But today, the Rodriguez family sent in a video with their daughter, Angelina, who won one of the $25,000 scholarships in the past. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, we were so excited to fish this year's CCA Star Tournament. Last year, I won the $25,000 youth scholarship sponsored by Real Tree Fishing.
We've been fishing the Star Tournament for 3 years now. We have so much fun. We didn't know a lot about fishing when we first started, but we absolutely love it and we're addicted. And we can't wait for this year's fishing to start. Thank you, CCA.
Thank you, Real Tree Fishing.
What great. Man, I tell you, we had two $25,000 winners last year, and both of them were young ladies who got to spend time with their families. And I am so thrilled to see that as a lady and fishing myself. It really is nice to see the young ladies growing up to learn a little bit about fishing. And, you know, it is a wonderful opportunity. Youth are the future of fishing and our community and conservation. And it's just so amazing to see these youngsters getting the ability to get out there and spend time. I mean, look at the number of kids that we've gotten involved. When we first started the competition back in 2015, Amanda, we only had about 500 youth anglers. And today, in 2019, we have nearly 2,000 youth anglers that participate with us. So it is really, and there's one of the Eller boys taking home one of their $5,000 scholarships. So it really is a wonderful opportunity to provide these scholarships to these youth anglers and just to see how much they enjoy. And I can tell you, once you get a kid hooked, they're hooked for life. No pun intended.
I love that. Exactly, pun intended. Well, we also want to hear from one of our generous partners in the youth division, and that's Flagler Sport Fishing Club. They have been an incredible sponsor and partner with CCA Florida Star, and they've committed a $5,000 scholarship to a lucky winner from Flagler County. So that means someone in Flagler County is definitely going to win a $5,000 scholarship. So to share more about the club and their partnership with us, we have Captain Chuck Gleichman, who will tell us more.
The Flagler Sport Fishing Club has been in existence since 1984. We're an extremely active club with almost 500 members. A big part of the club's DNA is working with kids and introducing them to fishing. Last year was our 12th year of free kids fishing clinics, and we taught over 500 kids the basics of fishing, provided them with rods and reels from Fish Florida, a knapsack for their tackle, and a free lunch. The joy of that first fish or first cast net that actually opened are ones that everyone will remember. Keep in mind that kids are the future of our sport, and memories from fishing with friends and family stay with that kid forever. An afternoon away from video games is a home run in today's world, and an opportunity to introduce kids to the beautiful place we live is one we shouldn't pass up. Fishing trip can help determine the kid's future as well. We also have a history with CCA and STAR. CCA is truly the voice of the recreational angler, and every angler should be supporting their efforts. We have worked with them with oyster restoration, catch limits, and redfish tagging. As to STAR, we've worked with Lisa to collect redfish for tagging. And so when they announced the youth scholarship program, how could we not participate? One lucky youngster from Flagler County will win $5,000 of scholarship money from our club. It's a small price to pay for a memory that will last forever. I can't wait to see who wins.
Thank you, Chuck. Oh gosh. And they have been very instrumental in helping me gather fish on the East Coast to tag and release in their local waters. And you know, we can't thank our sponsors enough. They truly believe that youth are the future of the sport and the future of conservation. And the more we can expose them to them and provide an incentive, not only for them, but their parents, and getting those parents to take those kids fishing is really what it's all about. And we thank Academy Sports and Outdoors and all of our sponsors. And just let me reiterate one more time that we have a $25,000 scholarship from Academy Sports and Outdoors. We have a $25,000 scholarship from Realtree Fishing. And then the following sponsors have all participated by providing different dollar amounts for our scholarships. The Plantation Inn and their Redfish Classic provided $5,000. Southeast Environmental Solutions has been with us for quite some time and providing us $5,000. Florida Sport Fishing Club came aboard this year, and that scholarship will go directly to a Flagler youth. Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. So when you go there and have dinner with them, you will have the opportunity to round up your bill, and that's how we go about sponsoring their scholarships. Bell's Live Life Local. Go in there and get your great shirts and all your cool stuff. They have also been with us for a very long time. Florida Sportsman Magazine Live Radio Network and Captain Rick Riles. They have also sponsored, as well as Florida Sports Coast has sponsored a scholarship for a local Pasco County youth. Tail and Toads and the Eggnog Open sponsors a $5,000 scholarship. And then the Jacksonville Offshore Sport Fishing Club, also together with Florida Sportsman Live, have sponsored a $5,000 scholarship that goes directly to Duval County youth. And then Barnes and Thornburg, thank you for your sponsorship and allowing us to do some great things for our honorable mentions. So if you have not gone online to ccafloridastar.com and gotten yourself registered, please do so. Get your kids registered. There's $100,000 in scholarships, and to date, we have awarded $500,000 in scholarships just for kids catching fish. I mean, I wish that when I was a kid, or that my boys could have had the opportunity to do this.
Right? I mean, this is incredible. And we can't iterate this enough, but these are random drawings. So the more catches that you have and the more catches that your youth anglers log, the more chances they have at winning. So Lisa, I know that we spoke about this before because even I was curious about it, but what happens if a youth angler catches one of those tagged redfish?
You know, Amanda, that's a great question. The iHeartRadio tagged redfish also has prizes for youth anglers. We are offering the first 2 youth anglers that catch a tagged redfish and are properly registered, they will win a brand new Salt Marsh skiff, 1656, with a 40 horsepower Yamaha motor, a Minn Kota trolling motor on the bow, a Humminbird electronics, and a Shala water anchor on the transom, sitting on a trailer. So as a youth, you can win a brand new boat. Just catch yourself a iHeartRadio tagged redfish and be in the competition. It's only $10.
And Tony just commented, he asked if they could win a vehicle. So no, they can't win a vehicle if they catch a tagged redfish. But
No,
they can
don't.
win a boat. The first 2 youth could win a boat. So that is an amazing opportunity. And you know what? All of these opportunities are incredible, these scholarship opportunities. And I know I'm going to do my part to spread the word about this division. And I hope all of you will too. If you know anyone with kids, neighbors, nieces and nephews, any school groups, please share this with them. Now, this Facebook live video happening right now is live, but it does save. So you can actually share this video with people after the fact, and they can come back, listen to it. They can pause on certain parts. They can make notes, whatever. If you share this video with them, they could win a scholarship. So please, please share and help us spread the word.
Now, helping us spread the word, do we have a special guest star tonight that is going to come in and join us?
Yes, let's introduce Captain Rick Riles.
One of my favorite
broadcast.
guests. Hey, Cat Rick. I'm so glad
Hey,
you're
ladies,
here.
how we doing?
Yeah.
And Captain Rick.
Boy, I tell you what, sitting here with the two of you, this is about as good as it gets for me. I'm loving this. I want to sign up right now. I want to go fishing tonight.
There we go.
Yeah.
We want you to.
I tell you what a great job you ladies have done. And of course, Lisa can talk me into anything, but when she brought me this idea, I knew we had to do it. So I got with the Jacksonville Offshore Sport Fishing Club, who's a club I've been a member of now. Are you ready for this? 6 years. Okay, I was 7 years old when I joined the Jacksonville Offshore Sport Fishing Club. So that tells you how long ago that was. But
Wow.
I have become aware, Lisa, in the last several years that we are never going to come up with regulations that are going to save our fishery. If we leave the government to save our fish, it's not going to happen. We're out there in the open water. What we have to change is attitudes, and there's no better way to change attitudes than to get kids involved in it. When we can bring kids into these tournaments and give them meaningful prizes. And Lisa and Amanda, you guys have done incredible work at getting the sponsors together. I never dreamed you could have pulled it off this many years at this level that you have. Now, Amanda's pointing at Lisa. I understand that. But I didn't want to leave you out, Amanda. I really didn't.
Thank you.
The reality is, it is the biggest tournament in Florida. I am so proud to be affiliated with it. And I know Florida Sports and Radio Network is just happy to be part of providing one of the scholarships, because somewhere there's going to be a kid that is going to go to school because of that scholarship, and they're going to know they are in charge of protecting Florida's fisheries. That's going to make the future better. It's not by changing laws, but by changing fishermen's attitudes, and we are thrilled to be part of it.
Well, thank you, Captain Rick. I can't tell you. I love getting on the air with you. And then afterwards, all the phone calls and the people that reach out to me after this and want to get involved. And you know, John Nooney, he was on with us last week. What a great group of people you have up in Duval County. And I'm so thankful for everything that you do, that the Jacksonville Sport Fishing Club does. I mean, to have you guys sponsor a $5,000 scholarship was just above and beyond. And you always go above and beyond, Captain Rick. So thank you. You're one of my favorites.
It's our pleasure, sweetheart. You know what you got to do before you get off the air, don't you?
Oh, man. Okay.
Right now.
Here we go.
How about that? How good is
All
the pretty
right.
I'm sorry.
I'm loving that. Thanks, ladies. Y'all have a great evening.
You have a great evening, Captain Rick.
Thank you, Captain Rick. Well, he touched on it a little bit. So CCA's mission is to protect and preserve our marine environment for future generations. And these kids are our future. It's amazing to know that with the help of our sponsors, we can truly make a difference in these kids' lives. And I've had the pleasure of meeting and working with one of our past scholarship recipients, Matthew Sandberg. He was one of our big winners in 2015, and he put together a little video for us about his take on the STAR competition.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matt Sandberg, and I'm here in Boca Ciega Bay of St. Petersburg, Florida. And this is where I did the majority of my fishing during the STAR tournaments. I was one of the STAR College Scholarship winners in 2015, which I believe was the first year of the STAR tournament here in Florida. And since then, I've continued to fish the tournament every year. As a youth participant, I'm extremely thankful for what STAR has to offer, not just for me, but for all youth. For me personally, though, it was a chance to get outside, fish with my dad, my mom, my friends, fish off the boat, seawalls, docks, anything I could just to try to get another entry. And that was my favorite part about the tournament. Anyone can do it. Anyone can get out there. It doesn't matter your age. You can have fun. You can catch fish. You can get entries, and you can have a chance to win. And since 2015, thanks to this tournament, CCA has helped me go ahead and complete my undergraduate degree at Florida State University. I've now started my graduate degree there in aquatic environmental science, and it's helped me a lot. So it's helped me find a passion for our marine resources here in Florida. I've got excellent education. It encourages kids to spend time outside with their family, friends, and enjoy the beautiful environment we have here in Florida. So I want to thank you, CCA. I want to thank all the CCA members and everyone who participates in the tournament. And I look forward to fishing with everybody this summer. Thank you, guys.
Well, Amanda, Matt is such a great young man. And what is so truly inspiring is that from his scholarship, he's actually gone into a marine science degree and is going to come out and is going to be one of those people who's going to make a difference in what happens with the future of our conservation. You know, his parents, his mom also won in the lionfish division, and she won by just harvesting lionfish and was really successful. So there's a lot of different families that get totally immersed in the STAR competition, and I want to hear more stories like that. But yes. I do want to go over at this time some of the important dates in the upcoming STAR competition presented by Yamaha. And first and foremost, just remind everyone that the competition begins on July 1st and runs through October 4th. And to remind everyone that registration is open throughout the tournament. So it's not that you have to register before the tournament begins. You can get registered throughout the entire competition. The other thing,
if you do, you could win prizes. So register early.
Yeah, register early because you can win the Engel Freebie Friday. But please remember, you can register afterwards as well. You also need to download the STAR app, which became available on June 1st. Please keep in mind that there is a practice tournament going on at this time. So you have the opportunity to enter your catches and kind of practice entering your catches. And also then if you're connected to families, because we're talking about families, the father can also have all the children in the drop downs for anglers. So you don't have to have each individual entering their catches from one phone. You can have a drop down screen and have everybody in one phone to be able to register your catches. And then remember, the official West Marine STAR measuring device will be available starting June the 19th. And there's a complete list of distribution locations available at ccafloridastar.com. West Marine stores are our preferred distribution locations. However, you can enter by going to the website, selecting the distribution tab, distribution locations, and there will be a search bar. You can enter your city and it will bring up the nearest location to you. Did I leave anything out?
Well, Lisa, you mentioned it, but I want to touch on it one more time. We've had a ton of questions and emails about the app. So the app became available as of this past Monday, June 1st, and it is in a practice mode. So you are able to log fish right now, but it's a practice tournament so that you can get comfortable with that app. So you're not trying to figure it out while you're on the boat and you have a fish that's gonna die, right? So we do have it available in practice mode. It will go live come July 1st, but that also means you can't start submitting fish now. It is a practice tournament. So I wanted to touch on that real quick. And don't forget, you can go ahead and register early. Like we said, you can get registered for those Freebie Friday drawings at ccaflstar.com. We have all the up-to-date information on our website, but also follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We do post videos of when we release tagged redfish, and we also post there first when a fish is caught. And actually, this evening, we just got news that the Star competition in Texas, they have potentially 2 winners tonight. And one is a little girl who was fishing with her father, and she has, like, they have to go through all this background and make sure that they're all telling the truth and everything. So it's not confirmed yet, but she could possibly be winning a $25,000 scholarship and a boat. And then what was the other one, Lisa? I had it somewhere.
The other one, I believe, was last week, and that gentleman won. He was a verified winner, and he won a boat and a truck package.
Yes. So this says, as of yesterday, a 19-year-old Texas A&M University student snagged one of the tagged redfish, and a friend helped net it for him. So I'm sure the friend's going to be like, yo, dude, where's my prize? And he won a brand new Ford F-150, and it's going to pull a Haney Bigfoot boat. So that just happened today. Their competition already started, but remember, ours starts July 1st. Now, let's talk about some more upcoming important CCA dates. Happening right now is the Flow Grown 5K for CCA. It is happening all week, and you can continue to run. It's a virtual 5K, which means you run it on your own time, wherever you want, and you just submit the scores to us, and you get an exclusive Flow Grown t-shirt. So I think we have Adam who will tell us a little bit more about this.
Again, Adam here with the Coastal Conservation Association of Florida. I'm getting ready for the Flow Grown 5K for CCA, a fun run supporting Florida's marine resources. Of course, with everything going on, this will be a virtual run, which means you can run on your own time, at your own pace, wherever you like to run. You can run in your neighborhood, at the beach, on a treadmill, wherever you like. Plus, all runners will receive a custom shirt from our friends at Flow Grown. So check it out. Get registered, throw on your running shoes, and help support and conserve Florida's marine resources.
Go Adam. I couldn't talk and run at the same time. I'm not a multitasker like he is.
I know, and we cut the video a little bit short, but he takes off on a sprint after that. He's been practicing.
There we go.
That is happening this week, and it goes until next Monday. So you have plenty of time to register and to run your 5K. Now, tomorrow night, be sure to tune in on our Facebook Live. If you're watching right now, this is on our Star Facebook page. If you hop on over to our regular CCA Florida Facebook page at 8 p.m. tomorrow, we will be having our second Coastal Social. So we will be having a ton of guests and videos. And Lisa, I know you're pretty excited about some of the artists that are going to be.
Oh, I am. I love to collect originals, and I understand we have Guy Harvey originals, Wyland, Steve Whitlock, Anastasia, Joyful. I'm going to be on there, so everybody be prepared to be bidding against me because I just can't even believe it. What was the one from Guy Harvey? How big is it, Amanda?
Oh my gosh, 11 feet long and like 5 foot high. I mean, this thing is a monster, and it was one of the first paintings he ever did before he was even famous, before he started his t-shirt line. He made this painting in the 80s, and we got a hold of it, and we are auctioning off an original Guy Harvey painting And all of these other artists' paintings are original too. It's called The Art of Fishing. So we're putting together original pieces of art from Florida artists. And then we also have a ton of guided fishing trips from some of our favorite guides in the state of Florida. So be sure.
Sorry. No, I think it's so cool because we're not only doing and helping the artists by giving back to them from the sale of theirs, but we're also doing this for the guides as well. For these guided trips, we're also going to be paying these guides as well. So it's a great opportunity for Father's Day. I love the name, The Art of Fishing, and I love the whole concept. And hopefully everybody who's watching tonight will, as you said, jump on over to the CCA Florida page to watch this Coastal Social tomorrow night.
And as you mentioned, we are splitting the proceeds with the artists and the guides. So it's a 50-50 split. So you're helping CCA and those artists and guides that have been hurt by the current economy and our current situation. So definitely tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Now, lastly, our trash tournament is kicking off this Saturday. It's that 1 week long competition. It's free. It also uses the iAngler app. So it's kind of like a pre-tournament to our star competition. So you can practice logging your trash catches. All you have to do is go out and pick up trash on any body of water in the state of Florida. Anyone can participate. It is free. You can go to ccaflorida.org and then go to the events tab, and there's more information there and how to register and get signed up. You can win Costa sunglasses, Academy gift cards, American Express gift cards. There are plenty of prizes, and it's free. All right, so now it is time to draw the winners of tonight's raffle, which I had my assistant do. All right, and the winners have some pretty hard last names to pronounce, so I apologize in advance. I butchered these last week, so here we go. Jody Daubenberger.
Go,
Audrey
Jody.
Keepers. Yeah. Oh, there we go. And Travis Goodale. Those three are the winners of tonight's raffle. We're going to have some people comment on your comments with my email. So make sure that you email me within the next 24 hours, and we're going to get your information to send you some really great prizes just for tuning in and interacting with us tonight. So thank you guys. And Lisa, are you ready for the Q&A segment?
I sure am. Last week they had amazing questions, so I hope we have just as many great questions tonight.
Yes. Well, wait, first, we had a question last week because we talked about the license plate. Do we know what that looks like? I mean, can you explain a little bit more about that? Yes, there we go.
Oh, yes. Last week we had Captain Mike of Black Neck Adventures, and Captain Mike was kind of the impetus in getting the artwork done and then reaching out to CCA, and we're so excited. It's gone through the legislature and now is sitting on the governor's desk waiting to be signed and should be available as of October. So if you have a truck or a trailer or anything that needs a license plate, all of the proceeds from the sale of our license plate will go directly to the conservation of our marine resources and habitat in Florida waters. So thank you, Captain Mike, and thank you everybody for purchasing one of these license plates.
And it looks so good. We're all going to have one.
Yes.
All right. Let's start off with the question and answer for this week. Are all the tag reds released from land?
Well, no, they are not. On the west coast of Florida, those redfish are hatchery reared by Duke Energy at the Duke Mariculture Center, and thank you, Duke Energy, for that. Those fish are taken by transport and released throughout the west coast waters by boat. On the east coast, most of those fish are captured, tagged, and released in areas where they're caught. Many of them are transported and released from land, but the majority of them are also caught and tagged and then released. They are transported by vehicle, but a majority of them are released by boat.
Well done. Our next question is from Billy. What about a child that is 17 but will turn 18 before the end of the tournament? And I know I asked this one before.
Yes, and that's a very good question. That child is still considered to participate in the youth division. The following year, then they may participate as an adult, but they will be considered participating in the youth scholarship division, in the youth division.
All right, our next question is from Mike. Hey, Mike. How do you release the fish? Do you go someplace to catch the fish, tag it, and then release it? And he really wants to know how we do this. And there's kind of a lot of answers to this, Lisa.
Yes, there are. And Amanda, you've helped me do some of this. So in most situations, as I said earlier, on the West Coast, the majority of the fish on the West Coast are hatchery reared and then released in different areas where anglers are known to catch redfish. On the East Coast, we actually go to areas like Duval County, Flagler, Volusia, Brevard, all of the counties that we can. We go to those counties, we catch, tag, and release the fish there in those areas. Where there are areas like Miami and Broward and those southern counties, we actually capture redfish in areas that have a significant number of fish. We transport those south. We have permission and the proper licensing to do so. We tag them and release them in those areas down there. And, we do have fish recaptured in Broward, Palm Beach, in Miami-Dade. So it is really a great opportunity. And we are hearing that more and more redfish are appearing in those counties.
That's always amazing to hear. And what I didn't know before I spoke to you about this a few years ago was that there is a genetic makeup difference between West Coast redfish and East Coast redfish. And that is why the redfish that are raised in the hatchery in Crystal River at Duke Energy Mariculture Center, those fish are the genetic makeup of West Coast fish. So they have the permits and we have the permits to be able to release those fish on the West Coast. But on the East Coast, we need to catch them, tag them, and release them because of that genetic makeup. And then Mosquito Lagoon has their own genetic makeup of redfish as well, correct?
That is correct. And we cannot release any fish into the Mosquito Lagoon that have not been caught and tagged right there in that location. We cannot introduce any different genetics into that location.
And we are very cautious about that. So thank you for your question, Mike. Our next question is from Alex. If you catch an other species with a cast net, how do you enter it on the app?
Well, Alex, a cast net is not a rod and reel, and therefore you cannot enter any species that is caught with a cast net. But if you're keeping them for dinner, that's your choice.
So rod and reel, you got to catch it on a rod and reel.
Everything has to be caught on a rod and reel, except for lionfish, which you can spear.
All right, from Nancy, is there a youth membership sign up under the parents membership? She forgot to call you.
That is not a problem. So youth can sign up. They do not have to have their parents signed in. They can sign up individually, and you can sign them up individually. You can go in as a parent. You'll sign in as yourself. You'll become a member. Then you will actually select a new membership and select youth new tide membership. And then you will have to select that you want them to participate in STAR, but it will show up as a 0 on your registration fee.
Good to know. All right, our next question is from Ken. Any tagged redfish in the Daytona Beach area?
Yes, every coastal county has on average 4 tagged redfish. There are 3 counties, which are Brevard, Citrus, and Charlotte County, that are actually our destination counties, and their Economic Development Council felt that star anglers would love to come to their counties. So they purchased additional fish, and we were able to put those fish in the water for anglers to go and visit their locations to try and catch fish. So there are fish in the Daytona Beach area.
And I think you just answered someone else's question. They wanted to know which counties were the destination counties. I saw that question come in a little while ago. So two birds with one stone there, Lisa.
Oh, thank you.
Our next question is from Scott. Hey, Scott. It's from John now. Is there any way to donate money solely for the purpose of registering kids whose family may be financially struggling to do current events? Wow, that's so nice.
And yes, we do. We have a restricted scholarship fund that allows, just like our one friend has done, he does register those children. And I always, when I have someone come up and the parent will say, no, I can't do it, I can't afford it, we register them and then I take the funds from that account. But definitely there is a way to do that. And we have the ability to search out those individuals. I speak to many youth camps over the summer, and oftentimes I hear my parents can't afford to register me. Well, then I take their name and I actually sign them up for the event. So there is a way to do it. And if you'll go on, reach out to me through our website, ccafloridastar.com. If you would like to donate that way, I will make sure that we get those youth registered. Thank you.
Yes, that is incredible. Thank you, John, for your question. Our next question comes again from Mike. That was the question about the 3 counties that had extra redfish. So Lisa, one more time, what were those 3 counties?
Yes, they're Brevard County, and that is Visit Space Coast. The other county is Citrus County, and the other county is Charlotte County. And this year, our award ceremony will be held in Charlotte County on October the 17th at the Punta Gorda Fairgrounds. So put it on your calendar, and hopefully I'll be seeing a lot of these names as our winners.
Yes. All right. From Melanie, do the kids have to catch the fish all by themselves without assistance? She just wants to make sure that she does it correctly.
So Melanie, great question. You can land the fish with a net. You can help them with that. You can help them cast, but we really want it to be their endeavor to catch that fish. If you help them, they don't feel as accomplished. So I would tell you, being able to help them cast, or if you have to feel like if it's a big fish and you feel like they're going to go overboard, you're going to have to help them hold on, but let them try and do the majority of it. So yes, you can net them, you can help them cast, but we want to try and have the youth reel in their own fish.
Yes, don't let them go overboard. Just sit back.
I have my son almost get dragged in by a shark, so I know those experiences.
This is my mom. Hey, Mom. She says that Father's Day is coming up, and I need to get my dad something soon. Well,
get him registered for STAR. Great Father's Day present.
I mean, it would make a great Father's Day present for any angler. But remember that tomorrow is our Coastal Social, the Art of Fishing edition. So I think that's what he was kind of hinting at. He wants a guided fishing trip or a new piece of art for the house. So hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. All right, that was it for tonight's question and answer segment. Again, we love this to be interactive, so thank you for all of your questions. Make sure that you tune in next week, and we're going to share information on the Power Pole Conservation Division, where every fish you catch can be entered with your shot at winning prizes.
Well, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Please make sure you visit our sponsors' websites, and just remember, any fin is possible.
Any fin is possible. Bye, Mom.